So this week, it's a little bit different, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting some leaks and stuff. I know over the past few months it's kind of happened. So we've kind of already known the PlayStation Plus games. Right now, we really don't. There's loads of rumours going around. There's some other stuff that we need to talk about as well. But like the literal, these are the games that we're going to be getting thing, isn't happening today. We actually have to wait until the official announcement, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But let's get into it. Before anything though, as usual, if you guys do need to renew your PlayStation Plus memberships, if you're looking for PSN credit on the cheap or just to get your games at a decent discounted price, make sure you check out the sponsor Instant Gaming. There is a link down below that will give you a bit of a discount, and everything on their site is usually like 20 to 30% off anyway. So it's definitely worth checking out. Now before we do start going on to rumours and the good stuff, we do need to do one thing first, and it's the drop. Now, thankfully, because New Year and Christmas is out the way, new games are actually coming out. It's not going to be a case of constant, there's nothing. There's a few games out this week. There's one game specifically that I'm actually looking forward to checking out. And if I pronounce it right, it's a game called Tannenberg. Now, I think the only reason that I'm kind of looking at this is because I love my shooting games. And I always get stuck with the same ones. I get stuck on Call of Duty, which at the moment, not interested at all. Not been playing Warzone, the multiplayer's annoying, the new zombies on Vanguard, don't like it. So it's going back to playing old games that friends aren't really touching either. Or then you got like Battlefield, which, let's not talk about Battlefield. No one's even bothering to play the new one. It was awful. Even though it was dead hyped up and I couldn't wait to play it, literally the play base is so low. It's very disappointing. So I need something new to play, and at the minute the only shoot that I've got that friends are playing is Apex, which kind of gets a little bit old when you're playing it permanently. So I need something new. Tannenberg, it's a little bit different. I mean, it is kind of like a story style game, I think, rather than like a multiplayer FPS game. Now, obviously, the initial game come out a while back, but it's coming out on PS5 in a couple of days' time. Interested to see how it plays. Again, when it comes to new shooters that I haven't really heard of, it's always a bit hit and miss and usually turns into like a massive disappointment. However, you got to keep your fingers crossed. You've got to hope for something good to come out. And out of the stuff that's been released this week, I think that's probably the one that stands out as something that's most likely to be something that I'd actually want to play. Moving on though, the main thing, the rumours. Now, funny enough, there's a game rumoured that it's a remastered collection, which I know a lot of people hate. It's like, why are we not getting something new and all that stuff? But Life is Strange. Now, funny enough, the Life is Strange remastered collection actually comes out on the same day that the PlayStation Plus games go live, and this has happened quite a few times. I know people say brand new games are never going to go out on PlayStation Plus, but it's happened loads. I mean, if you think back to Rocket League when that wasn't free to play, we had Fall Guys, we've had tons of stuff like that. Life is Strange, obviously it's not a brand new release title, it is a remastered collection, so it is games that have been out for quite a while that are kind of being re-released as one big bundle. But if you don't know what Life is Strange is, it's an episodic kind of game. It's quite cool if you're into story style games, but obviously if you're not, it might be something that disappoints you that you're not really into. I've played it and I actually really enjoyed Life is Strange. It kind of reminds me, even though it's a completely different style, of like the Telltale stuff, where it is pretty much chilled out. You can kind of just sit there, play through it, relax and enjoy it, and actually enjoy the story rather than being sat on the edge of your seat, which is something that's always pretty cool when you're not really in the mood to be sat in like full-on concentration mode. Curious to see what you guys think though. If this rumour does come in, is it something that you'd be happy about or something that you'd be a little bit disappointed about because there's other stuff that you'd rather be playing? Moving on anyway, bonus content. Now, it's always nice to get something for free, whether or not it's through PlayStation Plus or through a different service. This one is through Twitch Prime. Now, don't worry if you don't have an active membership. There is a link down below that will give you a 30-day free trial so you can claim this stuff and a load of other free stuff as well. But the free content that we're looking at this week is actually for a brand new game, Rainbow Six Extraction. You can actually claim yourself the Rubicon Phase Bundle. Rubicon? Only thing that comes to mind there is the lychee drink, which I'm kind of craving now. But yeah, in the Rubicon Phase Bundle, you actually get yourself some pretty cool looking stuff. I mean, the game itself, I've got it downloaded, but I just haven't had a chance to play it yet. And none of my friends have been playing it, and I didn't really fancy it on my own. So I'm kind of waiting for other people to get on so I can put some time into it as well. But you can claim yourself some stuff there. It's definitely worthwhile. It's cosmetics. So again, when it comes to this stuff, if you want to stand out from the crowd, always worth claiming. Even if you're not going to play the game right now, add it to your collection, so if you do get the game at some point, at least you've got some cosmetics kind of sat there waiting for you. But moving on, what have I been playing? You guys always ask in the comments and stuff what games I'm playing at the moment, and I do tend to flip around quite a lot. This week, funny enough, I've actually been playing Fall Guys. One of my friends actually got a PlayStation that has never had a PlayStation before. I gave him my home, and the first game that I said that he should try just for a chilled out multiplayer game was Fall Guys. We ended up jumping on it for a few hours. It was tons and tons of fun. However, it was really freaking irritating. Like, we never got to the final. We were doing it in like the duos thing. It was so annoying. It was fun to play. Last time I played it, it was literally you could jump in a party with your friends, but it was every man for himself. The fact that they've now added something where you can actually play properly in a team with your friends, I think was a really, really cool addition. However, the one thing that does annoy me about this game, every time there's a season change and every time they bring new maps into it, they take all the old ones away. So you always get stuck playing the same thing over and over again. I do wish they kind of put everything into it so there was a massive, massive backlog of maps and stuff, just so the game doesn't get old and boring. Curious to see what you guys think on that. If you play Fall Guys, which do you prefer? Would you rather they add every map in there at once, or whether they kind of stuck with the way that it is right now? To finish up with though, my predictions, there's one game that I'm going to go for, and it's one of them things, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. It's a game called Outriders. Now, this game, when it first came out, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I put a lot of time into it. It's just, it got old pretty fast. Once you kind of played through the story and you got to the point where you kind of just running the dungeons as such, it was just so repetitive that it got really, really irritating. But Outriders, it's that typical game where you pick your class, where you've got a character that's got special abilities. There's loads of different stuff that you can do on it. I can't remember the name of the character that I went for, but he's the one that can kind of teleport and like, I think it's like a time warp kind of thing. It was pretty cool, it was pretty fun to use, and I did really, really enjoy it. The story for it wasn't the best story, but to actually play through the story with your friends was pretty cool. Once you got to the end game and it's literally just running the dungeons, at first it was okay, but then you found yourself just doing the exact same maps with the exact same monsters over and over and over again, and it just got really old really, really fast. Now, I know they have done some updates on it, but again, I'm one of them people that once I've got burnt out of a game like this, and I kind of got to the point where I find it boring to play, even when new content comes on it, it's quite rare that you'll find me actually jumping back onto it, unless all of my friends end up going on it and I want to play something, and then it's like, if I want to play with friends, I'm going to have to download it and I'm going to have to play it. But for me, that was my experience with it. However, one thing that I will say, for anyone that hasn't played it, I think would really, really enjoy it. So for this to be a PlayStation Plus title, I think it would go down really, really well. Again though, curious to see what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Now, any of the games that I have mentioned today, whether or not it's the multiplayer stuff or just games in general, if you're looking for people to play with or chat to about games, getting tips or whatever, make sure you jump in the Discord. It's a cool community, really nice people over there. It can get a little bit quiet sometimes. There's like loads of different rooms as well, so anything specific that you're after, just keep a lookout. And again, when it comes to any other gaming news, if you don't make videos on it, usually it'll just get shared over on Twitter, so make sure you follow over on there as well. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.